Congressman, thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure being here.
All right, so a very thin margin right now to get things done. How are Republicans planning to navigate this?
Well, first off, our whip, Tom Emmer, and Deputy Whip Guy Rothenschall are going to be very busy making sure everyone gets back to Washington on time. We have some members who fly from Oregon. It's 9, 12 hours door to door from their home here to their Capitol office and onto the House floor. So it's very important that we show up, number one. You got to show up for the game. We've got to be healthy. I think the attending physician, Dr. Is going to be very busy making sure everyone is healthy. And then once we get into our committees and on the House floor, we're going to have to work together as a team to move the ball forward under President Trump and his direction. I think that's a difference that we'll see this go around that we did not have in the 118th Congress, more of a team effort to make sure that we have forward movement in our government.
So everybody's got to show up. You've got to be healthy. Once everybody's there, what's the main priority for House Republicans right now?
Well, I think the main priority is righting our economy, and that's going to include renewing the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which expires in 2025. It was enacted in 2017, saving American taxpayers thousands of dollars. The average family, if we do not renew certain portions of the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, it will mean an average increase of about $3,000 per American family. That's going to probably happen under the reconciliation process, other budgetary matters. Out of the Appropriations Committee, we have passed 5 of the 12 appropriation bills. And if we do a continuing resolution here in the next couple of weeks, which I think we will, there could be some other appropriation bills tied to that, as well as further aid for our farmers. We have not passed the Farm Bill, which is supposed to renew every 5 years. We've got to help them out before some of those provisions expire at the end of the year.
Republican Congressman Rich McCormick of Georgia, one of your colleagues, says lawmakers will face some tough choices on spending, and he spoke to Fox Business. Here's part of what he shared.
We're going to have some hard decisions. We got to bring the Democrats in and talk about Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare. There's hundreds of billions of dollars to be saved, and we know how to do it. We just have to have the stomach to actually take those challenges on.
What does that look like, Congressman, and how are Republicans prepared to work with Democrats on the budget?
Everyone is scared to death to talk about Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, because when you start doing that, the Democrats and progressives say, oh, Republicans want to cut the benefits for people who have paid in. That is not at all what we are talking about. But the truth of the matter is this non-discretionary spending, mandatory spending, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, makes up over 75% of our budget. We are $36 trillion in debt right now. And what Rich is talking about is the existential threat to our nation if we don't get our spending under control. We can only control about 25, 24% of it, this defense spending and other matters. But we've got to look on the front end of Social Security. People are living longer, and we've got to make some adjustments on the front end for people who haven't even started in the workforce yet. We will live up to our promise to give the benefits to those who have already paid into the system. But there's also waste, abuse, and fraud in Medicare and Medicaid. We need to go after that.
Yeah, one of the most important issues for so many Americans. You've got a lot on your plate. Finally, before I let you go, Congressman, a lot of chatter in Washington, D.C. right now over Trump's nominations and the confirmation process. Pete Hegseth says he's not backing down from the nomination for Defense Secretary. If Ron DeSantis becomes the next likely choice, is that something you would support, and where's your head at on this?
Well, I think that's getting way out in front of everything. I think the media has put this forward. I have not heard anything from the Trump team of them floating Ron DeSantis' name. In 45 minutes, I'll be meeting with Pete Hegseth. He is speaking before the Republican Study Committee at our luncheon here on Capitol Hill. And we'll be talking with him. But look, I know Romans 3:23 says that we have all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. No one is perfect. You're not going to get a perfect person in any position in federal government. The only perfect person was Jesus Christ.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.